Let me ask you something personal. How much money do you actually have saved right now? Not what's in your checking account waiting to pay rent, not the $200 sitting in Venmo. I mean real savings, retirement accounts, emergency fund, investments. If you're around 30 years old and that number made you uncomfortable just now, this video is for you. Because here's what nobody wants to say out loud. Most people your age are way behind. And the scary part? They don't even know it yet. According to Fidelity, the benchmark for age 30 is having 1 full year of your salary saved. If you make $60,000 a year, that's $60,000 saved. If you make $75,000, that's $75,000 saved. Now here's the reality check. According to the latest Federal Reserve data, the median retirement savings for Americans in their early 30s is sitting around $18,000 to $45,000, and over 54% of American households have absolutely zero saved for retirement. Zero. Nothing. That's not a small gap between where people are and where they should be. That's a canyon. But before you close this video and go cope by buying something on Amazon, stick with me. Because this isn't about making you feel bad. It's about giving you a real, honest picture of what's happening, why it happened, and exactly what you can do about it starting today. If you're new here, I'm Brian. Welcome to Brian Explains Finance. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit that button right now. I post every week, and this is exactly the kind of stuff we talk about. Real numbers, real strategies, no fluff. Let's get into it. Why 30 is the number that actually matters. A lot of people think 30 is too early to worry about retirement. They think retirement is a future me problem. Here's the math that destroys that thinking. If you invest $10,000 at age 30 and leave it alone until you're 65, assuming a 7% annual return, that $10,000 becomes roughly $106,000. You put in $10,000 and you walk out with over $100,000. Now, wait until age 40 to invest that same $10,000. Leave it until 65. Same 7%. You get about $54,000. Same $10,000, 10 years difference, you lost $52,000 just by waiting. That's not a small mistake. That's a new car. That's a down payment on a house. That's gone just because of a decade of delay. Age 30 is the turning point. It's the moment where the decisions you make stop being small and start being the decisions that define whether you retire comfortably at 65 or keep working at 72 because you have to. And right now, most 30-year-olds are behind. Not because they're lazy, not because they're stupid, but because nobody ever sat them down and showed them these numbers. The 3 reasons most people are behind by 30. Let me break down exactly why this happens, because understanding the cause is how you fix it. Reason 1, student loans ate the prime saving years. The average student loan borrower in America carries around $37,000 in debt, and for a lot of people, the entire stretch from 22 to 30, those 8 critical compounding years, got spent just trying to keep their head above water, paying minimums, deferring, hoping something changes. Meanwhile, the money that should have been building in a 401k was just gone. Reason 2, lifestyle crept up with income. Here's something I see constantly. Someone gets a raise. Instead of saving the difference, they get a nicer apartment. They upgrade the car. They start going out more. Their income went up 20%, their lifestyle went up 25%, and they end up saving less than before. Economists call this lifestyle inflation. I call it the trap that kills financial progress quietly. Reason 3, the emergency fund didn't exist, so every emergency became debt. According to Bankrate's 2025 report, more than half of Americans cannot cover a $1,000 unexpected expense without going into debt. More than half. One emergency, a car repair, a medical bill, a broken laptop, and suddenly the credit card balance is growing, not the savings account. Then you're paying 24% interest instead of earning 7% returns. The math goes completely backwards. So what should you actually have saved by 30?
Let me give you the real benchmarks, not the feel-good version, the honest version. Fidelity, which manages over 24 million 401k accounts, gives clear targets. By age 30, you should have 1x your annual salary saved. By 35, you should be at 2x. By 40, 3x. By 50, 6x. By 67, 10x. That's what on track looks like. The magic number Americans think they need to retire comfortably in 2025 is $1.26 million, according to Northwestern Mutual's survey. Yet the median retirement savings for people aged 55 to 64, people who are basically at the finish line, is only $185,000. That's not $1.26 million, that's $185,000. You can see why the math becomes an emergency the longer you wait. Now, if you're at 30 and you're behind, I want you to take a breath, because here's what I need you to understand. Being behind at 30 is fixable. The math still works in your favor, but only if you start moving now. The actual plan to catch up, step by step. This is the part where I give you something you can actually use. Step 1. Know your actual number. Open every financial account you have right now. 401k, IRA, savings account, brokerage. Write down the total. Don't guess. Don't estimate. Know the exact number. Most people avoid this because they're scared of what they'll see. Do it anyway. You can't fix what you won't face. Step 2. Get the employer match before anything else. If your employer offers a 401k match and you're not contributing enough to get the full match, you are leaving free money on the table. This is the only guaranteed 100% return on investment that exists. If your company matches 4% and you're only contributing 2%, you're handing back part of your compensation. Fix this today, not next month, today. Step 3. Build a $1,000 wall first. Before you aggressively invest, get $1,000 into a high-yield savings account and treat it like it doesn't exist. That is your emergency wall, the thing that stops one bad month from turning into 3 months of debt. Once you have that, work toward 3 to 6 months of expenses as your full emergency fund. Step 4. Attack the high-interest debt. Any debt above 8% interest is an emergency. Credit cards at 22%, 24%, 29%, you will never outperform that with investing. Paying off a 24% credit card gives you a guaranteed 24% return. There is no index fund on earth that does that consistently. Get aggressive. Minimum payments on everything else, all extra money to the highest rate debt. Knock them down one by one. Step 5. Automate everything. The single biggest reason people don't save is not willpower, it's friction. When saving requires a conscious decision every month, life gets in the way. When it's automatic, it just happens. Set up automatic transfers to your savings on payday, automatic contributions to your Roth IRA on the first of every month. The money never hits your checking account, so you never spend it. This one change alone can completely transform someone's financial life within a year. The Roth IRA conversation you need to have with yourself. If you're in your 30s and you don't have a Roth IRA, open one this week. A Roth IRA lets you invest money you've already paid taxes on, and when you pull it out in retirement, zero taxes, none. In 2026, you can contribute up to $7,000 per year to a Roth IRA. That's $583 per month. If you can't do that much, start with $100 a month. Start with $50. The amount matters less than the habit right now. A 30-year-old who puts $200 a month into a Roth IRA and earns a 7% annual return will have over $525,000 by age 65, tax-free. That's not a lottery ticket. That's math, and it's available to everyone watching this right now. The mindset shift that separates people who build wealth from those who don't. Here's something I want to say directly. The problem for most people is not that they don't know they should be saving. They know. They've heard it before. The problem is they don't feel the urgency. Retirement feels abstract. It's 35 years away. There's time. But compound interest is not waiting for you to feel ready. It's running right now for someone else while you're still figuring it out. Every year you delay at age 30 is worth more than any year you delay at age 50. The clock is loudest right now, even though it feels completely quiet. The people who actually build wealth, and I've studied this obsessively, they don't have some secret investing strategy. They don't have stock tips. They just started earlier than everyone else. They automated it, they left it alone, and they let time do the heavy lifting. That's available to you right now, this week. Quick check, where do you actually stand? Let me give you a fast self-assessment. Be honest with yourself. Do you have any retirement savings started? If no, your one job this week is to open an account. A Roth IRA at Fidelity, Vanguard, or Charles Schwab takes about 15 minutes. Are you getting your full employer 401k match? If no, call HR tomorrow and adjust your contribution. Do you have at least $1,000 in a dedicated emergency fund that you don't touch? If no, that's your first savings goal before anything else. Do you have high-interest debt above 8%? If yes, that is your enemy right now. More important than investing, more important than anything except the employer match. These 4 questions reveal everything. If you can check all 4 boxes, you're already ahead of most people your age. If you can't, now you know exactly where to start. One last thing before you go. I want to leave you with a real number. According to Empower's data from late 2025, the average retirement savings for Americans in their 30s is $272,850, but the median is $95,661. The average is pulled up by people with a lot saved. The median is the middle of the actual real population. Half of people in their 30s have less than $95,000. Fidelity's target for someone making $60,000 at age 30 is $60,000 saved. So the benchmark is achievable. The question is whether you'll be one of the people who hits it or one of the people who shows up at 55 wondering where the decades went. This isn't meant to scare you. It's meant to create urgency where urgency is appropriate, because 30 is not too late. 30 is still early enough that the math is completely on your side, but only if you move. Open the account, set the automatic transfer, get the match. Do it this week, not eventually. Future you will either thank you or wish you had. That choice is entirely yours right now. If this video helped you see your situation more clearly, hit the like button. It helps more people find this content. And if you haven't subscribed to Brian Explains Finance yet, do it now. Every week, I break down money topics like this in plain English. No jargon, no nonsense. I'll see you in the next one.